The street was silent, save for the soft hum of traffic a few blocks away. At a glance, there was nothing unusual about City Z, but tonight. Somewhere between a shattered taxi stand and the twisted skeleton of a phone booth, two figures faced one another in the darkness. One, massive and green, stood over 8 feet tall. The other a bald, bored-looking man in a plain cape. No costume flair, just an ordinary supermarket sale hoodie and cheap gloves. They stared each other down in the haze of streetlights and drifting debris. Now, if you're familiar with Saitama, K.A., One Punch Man, you already know his general vibe. Unassuming, perpetually nonchalant, shockingly powerful. Hulk, on the other hand, is a seasoned brawler straight from another universe. Rage incarnate, muscles upon muscles, he's the poster child for smashing things until they stop being a problem. Some would say the fight was inevitable. Didn't take long for it to begin. A flicker of curiosity in the Hulk's eyes. A moment of indifference from Saitama, who seemed more interested in a special ramen shop he'd heard about down the block than the angry giant now barreling toward him. The initial collision was nothing less than biblical. Hulk came in wild, fist swinging, cracking the pavement like it was cardboard beneath his feet. Asphalt quaked. Saitama blinked, sidestepped, and watched a city bus get reduced to scrap metal as Hulk missed his mark. Not that Saitama seemed particularly worried. There's something about unstoppable force meeting unmovable object that draws a crowd, and by now, a perimeter had formed. Office workers, late-night dog walkers, a handful of sewer-dwelling heroes. It seemed everyone wanted to see what would happen when the world's angriest hero took on a man for whom every fight was a disappointment. Round 2. Hulk's roars rattled windows. Saitama yawned, scratching his cheek. If you're wondering why Saitama wasn't fighting back, that's just what he does. He waits. He sizes up his opponent, gives them a shot. On another night, Hulk might have cleaved a battleship in half or tossed a tank halfway across the country. Here all he managed was making a deep impression in the side of an abandoned mall. Saitama finally stepped forward. He didn't do anything flashy. No glowing aura, no battle cry, just a tap on Hulk's shoulder. As if to say, "Excuse me, can we get this over with?" Hulk turned. Saitama, expression unreadable, delivered one punch. Let's pause here. If you're expecting a grand explosion or some kind of seismic event, remember, Saitama's punch isn't always showy. To observers, it looked embarrassingly mundane. But to the Hulkwell, things changed. First, Hulk slid backward, feet carving grooves into concrete, stopped only by a city light post that crumpled on impact. Silence. Hulk looked down at his chest, then at Saitama. The rage in his eyes flickered, replaced by a kind of begrudging respect. It hurt more than Hulk would admit. And for the first time since the fight began, Saitama was paying attention. But here's the thing about Hulk. The madder he gets, the stronger he becomes, and pain is a great motivator. With every wound, Hulk grows, strength compounding in ways that defy human logic. Where most would have been vaporized, Hulk's body began to adapt. They went again.
Ow.
This time the blows echoed for miles. Skyscrapers swayed.
Ow.
Cars flipped on their hoods. Saitama's slipper caught a manhole cover, but he didn't miss a beat. He kept punching always with the same effortless grace. Hulk, unyielding, kept coming, stronger each time. Most fights in City Z last seconds. This one dragged on, breaking every record. Saitama was still in his way, holding back, searching for something, a challenge maybe. But Hulk wouldn't give in. They crashed through construction sites, leveled monuments, left impact craters the size of swimming pools. Was there ever going to be a winner? Eyewitnesses talk about the end, that precise moment when Hulk, breath ragged and covered in debris, paused. As if for a brief second, his anger met its match. Saitama frowned, shrugged, and landed one final punch. The city went quiet. Dust settled. Hulk, for once, didn't get up immediately. But he wasn't defeated, just laid there breathing before letting out a low, guttural laugh. Saitama offered a hand, helped him up. The fight was over, but neither had truly lost. So, what happens when the irresistible force meets the immovable object? Sometimes they both walk away, maybe a little bruised, but with a mutual respect forged only in battle. And as dawn rose over City Z, Saitama wandered off in search of ramen. Hulk, oddly calmer, watched the city wake up. Legend says their paths may cross again, someday just two unbeatable forces sharing the street, waiting quietly for whatever comes next.